Once upon a time, there was a world divided. By day, it was just like your world. The residents woke up, they went to work, their children went to school, they walked in the streets and played in the parks, and everyone was safe. But come sundown, they retreated into their homes and locked their doors and went to sleep, trying not to think about the outside world. Because once the sun went down, it belonged to them. They walked the streets and haunted our parks, and their children went to their schools. And when the sun rose again, they retreated below ground and locked their doors and went to sleep, and tried not to think about whom they shared their world with.
Sounds like a strange place. What was the planet called again, Doctor?
It was called Earth, my dear. It was called Earth.
That was the bells, sir. 1 minute to sunset. I've never been out past the curfew. Have you?
You still have the invitation, Benjamin?
Brendan, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep it close. Be ready to present it at a moment's notice. I don't like this. An ambassador should have a full security detail, not an aide on his first assignment.
This isn't my first assignment.
My only hope is that they eat you first and I have time to run. It isn't?
No. Remember when the delegation from Alpha Centauri attended the trade talks in the summer, and they all forgot their cloaks and had to return the next day? I had to find them.
The delegates?
The cloaks. They'd all lost their tickets. It was a nightmare.
I see. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't either.
Haven't what?
Been out after sunset. It isn't natural. I should be wrapped up warm in bed, not freezing to death with a cloakroom attendant. The bells, sunset. We're doomed. Have you ever met a vampire before?
Once, when I was young, I heard a vampire girl laughing in our garden. I looked out of the window.
You idiot. What do they teach in school now?
I was just curious. She was stroking our cat. She looked harmless enough.
Don't let them fool you. They may abide by the rules, but they say the bloodlust is strong. One glimpse of human flesh, and they cannot contain themselves. You know why they sent me, don't you?
You are an ambassador.
I clicked reply all. That's what happened. Yes, well, the day president would say that, wouldn't he? A harmless comment. I was only trying to make someone laugh. Stupid fool. Reply all. Oh, the shame of it.
Greetings, fellow travellers.
Ah, the invitation boy. Show them.
Here it is.
Do not touch us, heathen. We are honoured guests of the Night King.
As are we, here to bear witness to this joyous occasion, the wedding of King Orlok to Catherine, Queen of the Haderati. As you appear to have walked here, I can only presume you are the day president's representatives?
Ambassador Cecil de Rain at your service. Forgive the boy. He thought you were vampires.
Then the boy is very perceptive and quite correct. My name is Octave, and this is Ludovic. This case your friend is dragging. A present for the king, I presume.
The finest wine on the planet. Red, of course. Not that, I mean...
I'm sure he will appreciate it. Come. They are opening the gate. The other guests will be arriving.
Look, sir. Martians. I've always wanted to see an ice warrior.
You can't call them that now.
Sorry. I've never seen so many different species before. Draconians. Arcturians. Who's that short chap over there with the head like a potato?
A representative of the Sontaran-Rutan alliance. You see, thousands of years ago, humanity had the greatest empire in the galaxy.
We did?
I must apologize. Schools these days. It's not like when I was young.
Oh yes, Earth was once a power to be reckoned with, and the human race greatly feared. Then, 5,000 years ago, the vampires nearly succeeded in wiping them out altogether. Since the truce, we have lived in peace. In the eyes of the rest of the galaxy, we are keeping humans contained, thwarting your dreams of expansion. The ambassadors here tonight? They have all come from far and wide as a gesture of respect.
Perhaps we should be telling them we don't want an empire anymore, Cecil.
Let me do the talking, boy.
There are still colonies of humanity spread out across the galaxy. Remnants of the old empire, long independent, of course. The Haderati, for example, whose queen is to wed our beloved king. She is human, or of human descent at least. With this union, vampire kind is making a big leap forward in galactic affairs. The Haderati are key players, now everyone has forgiven their origins. There he is, the Night King.
Him? But he's so young.
He is older than he appears. We are a long-lived race, don't forget. But yes, not like the propaganda, is it?
Silence, please, for King Orlok III.
Good night and greetings to you all. It is indeed an honor to see so many guests from far and wide gathered to bear witness to such a joyous occasion. Since my father's death, we have faced many challenges, but now I am proud to announce that the time has come to share those challenges, to share my heart, my life, with another. Would you all please rise for Queen Catherine of the Haderati?
My, isn't that interesting?
How is this possible, sire?
I don't know, Ludwig, but I look forward to finding out. It appears there is more than one game being played here.
Thank you. It is indeed a great honour and a privilege to see so many of you here to bear witness to our union.
Are they to be married now, sir?
No, this is merely a reception. The ceremony is tomorrow.
And who is the old man? Her father?
Where's the invitation? No. It says here she's to be given away by the Haderati Minister of Knowledge, whatever that is. One can only presume there's a Minister of Ignorance, too.
And vampire kind now only has one thing to bear in mind. If in doubt, remember this. The Haderati are always right. Right, and now, if music be the food of love, play on. That is, if we have music. Thank you. And nibbles, I believe. Yes. This is your chance to mingle and get to know each other. We'll be working our way through the crowd. A classic meet and greet, really. Thank you.
She was right, sir. They have food.
Careful, boy. Who knows what these heathens will try to serve us. Better let me try things first.
Your Majesty.
Octave, it has been too long.
Since Father's funeral. And we had small chance to speak that day.
Of course. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
But how could I miss such a joyous occasion?
You must come back, Octave. You are wasted out there. Join my inner council. Teach me. Guide me.
Alas, that invitation I cannot accept. Congratulations again.
Some sort of rodent, I think. Nice enough, though. A bit spicy.
Excuse me, you are human, aren't you?
Yes, I am. This one is too, if you can believe it. You must be the Minister of Knowledge. Cecil Derain, my assistant Benjamin.
Brendan.
Delighted to meet you. Your Majesty, I was right. Come here. The Queen so wanted to meet you. This is her first visit to Earth.
Your Highness.
Greetings. Yes, I was looking forward to meeting the other inhabitants of the planet. Such a fascinating idea that you and the vampires share the planet but never meet.
It is the best arrangement all round. They respect us, and we respect them.
I hope to continue that respect as Queen.
Excuse me, Minister.
Leave him alone, Greg.
I just wanted to give you this. For the Queen.
A scarf? I'm sure she will love it.
They're giving the presents out later, Greg. Honestly, I can't take him anywhere.
For the winters. I hear Earth gets so cold.
Leave him alone. Come along. You're going to get us kicked out.
Sorry, Tommy. I just got excited when I realized it was him.
Honestly, Greg, every
Always
time you
pestering
open your
me.
mouth...
Just leave me
trouble,
alone.
just
This is an auspicious
nothing
occasion.
but
I just
trouble.
wanted to show our gratitude. Bad.
What's that?
A present for you, Your Highness.
Garish thing. Bit of a paradox. Scarf you dare not wear outdoors.
I like it.
They were representative of one of the weaving guilds, I believe. Their sense of colour won't be the same as ours. Blue-skinned, you see. They will have evolved to see the hues differently.
An excellent show of trivia. No wonder you are known as the Minister of Knowledge.
Good day. I don't believe we've been introduced.
My name is Octave. The Queen and I are soon to be related.
You are? Ah, I see. You are the King's...
Older brother, yes.
older?
It is a long story. I would be interested to hear more about your planet, Minister. It is not one that I have visited myself. How long was the journey?
3 months, give or take a few days.
I see. How does one pass such a long journey?
Oh, all manner of ways. Reading,
Reading what?
scientific papers mostly. We always like to keep abreast of the current research. Ongoing developments, you know.
Then you must have come across the work of my foundation. There are few on Earth who can surpass us in our fields.
Earth is a bit of a blind spot, I admit. But if you could recommend some of your papers to me.
Forgive me, but I was under the impression the Haderati still embraced a largely theological view of the universe. It is refreshing to hear you so open-minded.
There are many ways to view the world, Highness. Not all of them must be exclusive. I do enjoy this hat, however. Perhaps if I'd been born on Earth, I could have been a scientist.
The Queen Val, then. As a man of science, don't you find it a bit primitive?
No matter what I may believe, that is our custom. For us, a woman's beauty is for her husband's eyes only. One must respect tradition.
Are you never worried she could be an imposter?
Pardon?
Just a little joke. Forgive me. Ah, observe. My brother is receiving his gift from the human ambassador.
The Day President wishes to extend his deepest congratulations on your upcoming union. The terms of the truce may mean that we rarely meet face to face, but we share a planet and forever a place in the other's hearts. As a token of our goodwill, we humbly hope that you accept this gift. Bring the case closer, boys. Stop dallying. 24 bottles of the Chateau Latourte, over a century old.
My heartfelt thanks, Ambassador Derain.
The king is not a collector. He will want to share his gift.
He will?
I know him too well.
Come, Ambassador. I am not one to want to hide such a generous gift. Have your boy share this out for all our guests. A toast to the continued peace between our two races.
You heard him, boy. Get it open. Do we have a corkscrew?
Here you go, Ambassador.
Thank you, Minister. Is this a type of knife? How do I turn it on?
Well, it's analog. Pull that bit out.
Ah, I see, yes. Thank you.
To the rescue again, Minister.
Better not say what it really is. In this time period, memories of the Swiss army are not pleasant ones.
Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Much appreciated, young man.
I must make a note of the vintage. I could write a book, wine tasting through history. My father would approve.
Not an exact science, of course. Taste is subjective at the best of times. And how much one has paid for the bottle inevitably colours our need to... I say, what an extraordinary undertone.
What are you getting?
A distinct hint of garlic.
Garlic?
Almost imperceptible, but possibly lethal to vampires. I say,
Could I have that back, Minister? I was just about to make a toast.
it would have been your last. This wine has been poisoned.
Allow me. I believe the minister is right. Ludovic, take a sample of this for analysis.
Is something wrong?
As if you don't know. Garlic extract. You meant to stop this union.
Garlic? What have you been playing at, boy?
Me?
Cease prattling, humans. Your plan has failed. Brother, these two should be placed under arrest.
Take them to the cells. We will find out the truth to this.
Steady on there! What is the meaning of this? Unhand me, foul creature!
My apologies for this unseemly disruption. I'm sure all will become clear soon. For now, let us put such unpleasantness to one side and retire. Soon it shall be dawn. Rooms have been prepared for all of you. My queen,
Your Majesty.
adieu. One more unhappy day apart. At the stroke of midnight tomorrow we shall finally be as one.
Then the night cannot come quick enough. Good night. I mean, good day. Until then, my king. Oh, at least I can finally take this veil off. I say, talk about living the high life. This is better than the Hilton.
You are in the bridal suite, after all.
We should impersonate royalty more often. I could get used to this.
I hadn't thought you so shallow, Georgie.
You know I'm not, Doctor. But it wasn't that long ago I was living on the streets of Soviet Russia. At least I should get a nice bath out of this.
And what's wrong with the pool and the TARDIS?
Aside from the bits of Cyberman we can't seem to get out of the filter?
Point taken.
Doctor, do you think those two really did try and poison the king?
We can't be sure if they really knew what they were carrying. They seemed as surprised as the rest of us.
Patsies, you mean?
Well, it would fit. But something still doesn't add up. Why would the day president attempt such a reckless stunt? He is risking an end to the truce, an all-out war. I can't believe he would do something so foolish.
What will happen to the two ambassadors then?
Tried and executed, I should imagine. The best-case scenario may be that they are accused of acting alone. That could prevent war, at least.
We can't let that happen. We should rescue them.
Well, this isn't why we're here, Georgie, and it's too dangerous. I won't have us take a risk like that. We've lost too much recently.
Doctor, we have the TARDIS next door in your room. It's simple. We could materialize in their cell, then keep them in the ship until we get proof they were set up. Simple.
Simple, Georgie. You're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
I don't know. I was hoping to prompt you. It's actually a fairly foolproof plan. We must be missing something.
That's settled then. Besides, we're only waiting for Antoine to turn up with the real queen. He'd better show up soon. I'm less than 24 hours away from having to marry the king of the vampires. Talk about cutting it fine. This is not how I pictured my first marriage. I haven't tried the dress on yet, or had a hen party. You're the nearest I have to a maid of honour, which means I'm going back on promises to far too many of my old friends. Plus, king of the vampires. Where could Antoine have got to?
As usual, when it comes to Antoine, my dear, I'm as much in the dark as you.
You don't think he's just abandoned us, do you? His final joke as he rides into the sunset.
I don't know. Wherever he is, he's doing his best.
You trust him then?
I suppose I do. He's proved himself enough times, I admit. I've had my moments of doubt. But he has saved my life, and I owe him the benefit of the doubt. This is his plan, his time period. When we landed on that ship, he recognized it, knew how important Queen Catherine was, knew that she had to arrive at her destination. If there are things he isn't telling us, he must have his reasons. I must have faith.
Doctor, in London, when Antoine was overcome by the mutation, he mentioned some things. About the future? I think he might know a lot more than he lets on.
I'm certain he does. But please, Georgie, no more. If Antoine is worth my trust, then we are vindicated. If not, well, we will finally have drawn him out.
If he knows our future, he'd know if I end up having to marry the king, wouldn't he? He wouldn't have been able to keep that under wraps. Surely he wouldn't just let that happen, would he?
Well?
It's true. The wine contained garlic in its most concentrated form. I can see no other explanation but it was a deliberate attempt on your life.
You don't have to say it with such relish.
I take no pleasure in anything except the truth.
You have lived among the humans for years, hence your comfort at this obscenely bright hour. You know how they think. Are they capable of this?
It's true. They have been accepting of me. But that does not mean I trust them. They fear us, and fear can make a being do anything.
But to try and kill me, on the eve of my wedding.
An act of war.
I know what it is. I must think on this. There is still a place for you on my council. You would be useful having spent so many years on the surface.
I cannot accept.
You would rather live amongst them, even after this? What about you? What was your name again?
Ludovic, Your Majesty.
Ludovic. Would you not rather live here amongst your own people?
He does as he is asked, and he is loyal to me. I cannot join your council, my brother. I am sorry. The wounds run too deep.
Blood is thicker than water.
You cannot know what it was like to be the rightful heir, and then cast aside for your younger. No. To join your council would mean that I accept the decision, and that I can never do.
What would you have me do? Abdicate?
If you have a moral code, yes.
I took an oath. I am sorry that you did not get the life you wanted, brother. But I know that I have proved a better king than you could ever have been.
You dare!
And I think, deep down, you know it too.
They can keep us alive for years, you know. I've heard things. There have been exchanges in the past to keep the peace. Humans who have killed one of them in self-defense mysteriously vanished. I don't know how you can just sit there.
What else is there to do?
Humans,
My word. This is it.
you will have a visitor.
Octave, I did not know about the poison, I swear.
I believe you, but it's not me you're going to have to convince.
What will happen to us?
The king will not want this hanging over his upcoming nuptials. For the sake of the truce, he will take the view that you were acting alone, not on the orders from the day president. Come nightfall, you will be taken back to the throne room. You will be declared guilty and executed.
Don't we get a chance to give our side of the story?
And risk war? No. Your sacrifice can save the lives of billions.
Then that's it. We're doomed.
There is one hope. You were searched when you were arrested, I assume.
Of course. I can still feel those cold hands on me.
Then they will not need to search you again. And they will not find this.
What is this?
A laser pistol. Small, compact, full. When you search the throne room, use it to kill the king.
Kill the king?
But we don't want to kill the king. That's our whole point.
Quiet, boy. They would kill us instantly, surely.
I will be there. I will step in. Demand that you come to no harm. And if Orlok dies, who takes his place?
The Queen?
If the wedding had taken place, that would be correct. But as of this moment...
You!
Precisely. The instant Orlok dies, I become king in waiting. I will have executive powers. I can send you back to the day president, who can pardon you. We can agree to move forward in the name of peace. An alternative truth will emerge. You were up against false allegations. Panicked. Grabbed one of the guards' guns. It was self-defense.
I don't like this.
It is your one chance of getting out of this place alive. You cannot change the cards you were dealt now, but you can still change how you play them. I should be going. Needless to say, this meeting did not happen. My faithful Ludovic, you are sure the guard did not hear?
I kept him distracted. If he remembers this meeting, he can be easily disposed of. Do you think they can really kill your brother?
Perhaps. However events transpire, there is no way we will not benefit from the outcome. This is the game, Ludwig. When so many of your enemies can do your work for you, what else is there to do but spin a merry web of lies? And is he? Then we dance away, whilst chaos ensues.
I can't do this. It's absurd. To be falsely accused of a crime, and now our only salvation is to commit the crime that we had no intention of committing in the first place. My hands are shaking. Take the gun, boy.
Me?
You ought to live too, don't you? It must be you. Young hands, a steady aim.
And you can put all the blame on me if it goes wrong.
Stop wittering, boy, and take it.
Fine. And my name is Brendan, not Benjamin, not Boy. You never bothered to learn my name. Well, now we are both in the same boat. Rank shouldn't matter anymore. I get as much as a say as you do.
All right. I'm sorry.
And I say this stinks. He's using us. If we kill Orlok, we're a liability. He could have us killed on the spot and still be king.
Then what do you suggest? Allow us to be put to death? This was our only hope.
We do have one thing now that we didn't before. A gun.
What are you saying?
I'm saying we make a break for it. It's daylight. Most of the vampires will be asleep, and there won't be any when we get outside. There are plenty of delegate ships here. We could steal one of them and fly it out of here.
I don't know. There will still be a lot of them between here and the ships.
It's still our best shot. But first, we need to get that guard back here. Get him to open the cell door.
And how do you propose we do that? Help! Help! He's killing me!
You two, cease that at once.
I'm not fighting, he's trying to kill me.
Cease, or I will drain you both. I am warning you.
Don't move.
Where did you get that gun from?
Never mind that. Hand over your sword. And the keys.
You'll never get out of here alive, human filth.
Don't be a hero. Against the wall. Now!
I don't like this.
Stay here then. But I'm leaving.
Don't leave me in here with him. Wait for me.
No questions, you two. Into the box.
Who are you?
I say, is this the right cell? Have you seen two human prisoners around here?
They tricked me. They are escaping as we speak.
Escaped?
It appears they didn't need our help getting out after all.
They will not get far. My brothers will find them and feast.
They're still in danger. We have to find them.
I do believe you're right. I say, could you open the cell for us? No, of course you can't. They locked you in. Come along, Georgie. Back into the TARDIS.
Doctor, it's turned back into a shed.
If that dreaded chameleon circuit. I should never have tinkered with it. At least we are on the right side of the bars now.
Let me out!
As soon as we find someone with keys. Ignore him, my dear.
You don't need keys, you have a magic shed!
Now, they can't have got far. But which direction? Let's split up. First one to find them brings them back to the TARDIS.
Don't I know you two from somewhere?
I think he's recognized us.
Yes, we are dressed a lot like the Queen and her minister. But that can be turned to our advantage. Put your veil on again, Georgie. If we get into trouble, we're honoured guests that took the wrong turn looking for the bathroom.
What about our friend here?
With his tail, the magic shed. I think he's been on shift too long. Now hurry. You go that way, I'll go this way.
Hurry, boy! They're right behind us! I told you not to open that door!
There's too many of them! This way!
But that's the way back to the cells!
Ow!
Your Majesty!
Grab her, Cecil!
What?
Thank goodness I found you! Ow! Get off me!
What are you playing at?
We can use her as a hostage. They won't hurt her.
But I'm trying to help you.
You'll help us, all right. I mean, what?
That's why I'm here. We're trying to rescue you.
Oh, good.
I'll explain later. This way. Follow me.
Minister, what an unexpected pleasure.
Good day. I'm sorry I appear to be lost. If you could just point me in the direction of the bridal suite.
I was hoping to run into you again before the wedding. You are looking for Queen Catherine?
Yes, that's exactly right. I appear to have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the dungeons.
I know where the Queen is. Come, let me take you to her.
I say, is that a teleport? Wait a minute!
Back that way.
But they're still behind us. How did they get here?
We must have taken a wrong turn.
All these are different vampires.
They have us surrounded.
Quick, what was your name again?
Brendan.
Back to plan A, Brendan. Point the gun at me. I'm your hostage.
Stay back. I mean it. I have the Queen here.
They're still coming.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I've never taken a hostage before.
Their bloodlust is up. That's what happened. They're going to eat us first and ask questions later. We're doomed.